Just have a good, clean fight. Touch him up, bang at the bell.
Motivated Daniel Jacobs here tonight, and we're underway.
He hasn't had a knockout. It's you, Sergio. So it's been
He can out-jab Danny Jacobs. And he is the man move forward and impose his will. This is nearly packed, if not packed, Junior.
It's incredible. Over Chavez Jr., no matter how undisciplined.
Be propped up by his popularity enough to kind of warrant these types of opportunities continuing to be thrown his way.
Was on this fight card as rights to say, wait a second, you're 5 pounds over? But he stayed with it, which might tell you something.
I think all those things are certainly true. I do think what else is true is that Jacobs stay Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders, and I think part of it, Gabe Rosado is not a real.
Being on your resume, and Chavez Jr. is a former champion.
Body begins to land in the final minute. Right hand to them. Right hand and a hook by Cesar Chavez Jr.
Big man's fight. You want to fight a small, get out of these early rounds if you're the small.
Best. He said, I just have not been.
Go up from 135 to 140. He goes up to 140. These guys are bigger, stronger.
It follows up with the right hand. Hey, no question. Same thing we're talking. Hook just landed by Chavez, just light back. But Maurice Hooker, if you say, hey, go to 147, well, you're going to be fighting some real stars.
Stabbing him to the body with that jab fight.
Again, Jacobs is a.
One thing to remember, too, about his weight is that he did weigh 172.7, but he had to work to get to 170.
Really just erupts at any. It's not supposed to influence the judging. Outgunning Christopher Rosales in a fantastic fight from that. Clean.
Still a lot of mental pressure being put on Daniel Jacobs.
Giving Daniel Jacobs that second round.
I like the head movement of Chavez. He tries to land that club in right hand. I thought Jacobs was more accurate.
Both work there by Jacobs. Again, the crowd.
See, in quiet moments like this,
they don't want to get into an outside fight where
doesn't have the stronger jab, but he has a smarter and faster jab.
2 shots landed to the body. Those are scoring blows. Right hand lands from Chavez. Decent shot right there.
I think by smothering the bigger.
Twice against Canelo Alvarez. Chris, at the time, I thought Canelo was winning rounds going away, and Jacobs really didn't get into a great rhythm and dominate.
Jacobs having a good round here as well.
Giving the judges something to think about after the combinations land. Pushes him back, but round number 4. The thing is, you just have to judges at least not affect scoring.
Yeah, you heard Jacobs for the second round. Don't let the this fight. I thought Jacobs did it.
Pulling up on the jab. And a little more murmuring from the crowd now as Chavez is really just not throwing his shots.
Since fighting Canelo Alvarez is sharpest in this fight.
He knocked out Everett Bravo, an unheralded fighter in the first round back in August. Round in 2.5 years. They're smacking off the head. Lauren?
Yeah, and the Jacobs corner, his trainer realizing that size disparity, but he said, watch out, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Daniel Jacobs fought against the ropes right there.
Jacobs there throwing the jab again, landing, and now just light. Chavez was complaining. Jacobs has showed some patience, but you've got to make sure you're winning rounds. Chavez,
detriment for the bigger fighter, and that's where speed and agility come into play for Jacobs.
Jacobs' hands are just faster. Chavez, though, beginning to throw. Sergio, I know what you're saying. If you're looking to the ref, you got to focus, starting to get a better rhythm.
Double it, double it, double it.
Oh, there's a hard right hand from Chavez.
Grab him, grab him.
Smod saying.
And Jacobs smother him and turn him. Stay picked left or right. Don't stand in front of him.
Uppercut there by Jacobs again. With Jacobs coming from his nose as well.
Jacobs landing a nice right hand.
Uppercut again by Jacobs. And a right hand, and then he looks at his own arm. And blood on the face of Chavez Jr. here in the 5th round. Well, Chavez was not coming over to check on Chavez Jr. This is over. Exactly. Waving up Julio Jr. He was the one doing the talking in the corner. There's his dad, the Hall of Famer. Obviously.